Have you ever wondered or asked yourself what really happened to Goku after he defeated Frieza on Planet Namek? How exactly did he survive that disaster? Who helped him? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hi guys, I'm Mr. 60 Anime. Today we'll be talking about what happened to Goku after he defeated Frieza on Namek. In Dragon Ball Z, they briefly mentioned what happened, but Goku himself never fully explained it, and we didn't get to see it unfold in detail. So today, we're going to explore this untold story. But before we start, if you're new to my channel, feel free to like the video so you can stay updated with more content like this. Thanks a lot, guys. Now let's begin with Dragon Ball Yardrat, Goku's lost arc on Yardrat. The first scene opens with Goku unleashing an immense amount of energy, still in his Super Saiyan form. He looks frustrated with the situation. Even though he successfully defeated Frieza, the bigger question now is, how will he escape a planet that's moments away from destruction? As the planet begins to fall apart, Goku thinks about the people he loves, Chi-Chi, Gohan, and his friends on Earth. He apologizes to them in his thoughts, realizing he might not be able to say goodbye properly. He believes it's already too late, and that he might actually die here on Namek. But then, something catches his eye. Goku notices a space capsule that looks just like the one Vegeta used. He quickly rushes toward it, thinking this might be his last chance to survive. When he gets inside the spaceship, he admits he has no idea how to operate it. So he does the only thing he can. He starts pressing every button he sees, hoping for the best. Luckily, the spaceship activates successfully, and it takes off just in time. Goku breathes a sigh of relief, saying that he barely made it out. He doesn't know where the ship is headed, but at this point, anywhere away from the exploding planet is better. Only seconds after his departure, Planet Namek completely explodes. Goku escapes just in time. Because of the extreme exhaustion he's feeling, Goku ends up falling asleep inside the space capsule. What he doesn't know is that the spaceship is actually taking him to a completely unknown planet. After about 6 days of space travel, the spaceship crash lands at high speed on a different world. A native of the planet witnesses the crash. Meanwhile, Goku, still unconscious, has successfully landed on the planet Yardrat. The locals go to investigate and are shocked to find him. They note that he's a stranger and clearly in critical condition. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the capital city of Planet Yardrat. One of the natives, a Yardratian, speaks and offers a warm greeting to the unfamiliar stranger, Goku. When Goku sees this individual, he's visibly surprised and simply responds with a polite, "Hi." Goku then asks, "Where am I? And who are you?" The Yardratian replies, introducing himself, "My name is Nori, and you are currently on Planet Yardrat." Goku is surprised and repeats, "Planet Yardrat? I've never heard of this place before." Nori then asks Goku, "Where are you from? What planet do you come from?" Goku answers, "My name is Son Goku, and I'm from planet Earth." Nori explains that Goku's sudden arrival caused fear among some of the other Yardratians. He asks Goku not to attack them, as their race is peaceful and follows a pacifist way of life. He encourages Goku to use his time on Yardrat to rest and recover his strength. Goku reassures them, saying, "Don't worry, I don't want to hurt anyone. Right now, I just want to go home." Nori responds, "Perfect timing. We actually have new clothes for you. The ones you're wearing are pretty damaged." Goku quickly changes into the outfit provided by Nori. Nori compliments him, saying the clothes suit him well. She even jokes flirtatiously, "You kind of look like my Prince Charming." But as we know, Goku tends to be quite naive about these things. He doesn't catch on to Nori's flirting and instead says, "I'm not really comfortable in this outfit yet. I think I just need some time to get used to it." At this point, Nori is clearly infatuated with Goku and suddenly says, "Kiss me, my hero." Goku, taken aback, quickly replies, "I don't like that kind of stuff," and immediately sprints away at full speed. He even starts asking the other Yardratians for help, hoping someone can guide him out of there. Eventually, Goku manages to escape and breathes a sigh of relief. "Finally, I got out of that place," he says. But just a few seconds later, bam! Nori suddenly teleports right in front of Goku, startling him. Goku is shocked, having never seen that kind of technique before. Then Nori uses another move, a paralysis technique, which hits Goku directly. Goku is stunned and realizes he can't move his body. Taking advantage of the situation, Nori kicks Goku hard in the face. In disbelief, Goku mutters, "Now I understand where my wife Chi-Chi got her temper." Maybe she's originally from Yardrat. Nori responds ominously. No matter where you go, I'll find you. You can't hide from me. Just as things seem to be getting worse, another Yardration arrives and intervenes. He tells Nori to stop bothering the stranger and to leave him alone for now. Nori reluctantly backs off but teases Goku, saying, "See you later." The other Yardration then apologizes to Goku for Nori's behavior. Goku just laughs it off. The Yardration apologizes again and explains that Goku now needs to come with him. Without wasting time, the Yardration prepares for travel and quickly uses instant teleportation to take Goku elsewhere. In just a matter of seconds, Goku and the Yardration who teleported with him arrived at a completely different location, one that took Goku by surprise. There, they encountered a mysterious being, someone who looked very different from the other Yardrations. This individual questioned Goku and asked, "Are you a member of the Ginyu Force?" Goku quickly replied, "No, I'm not. I have nothing to do with Ginyu or his team." The mysterious figure then asked, "Then why did you arrive here using their spaceship?" Goku explained, "That spaceship is from the Ginyu Force. They used it to come to Planet Namek. I defeated all of them before one of my allies could finish them off." The stranger was shocked by Goku's words and responded, "What? You defeated the Ginyu Force? Who are you?" Goku calmly replied, "I'm Son Goku. I'm a Saiyan warrior from planet Earth." The mysterious figure reacted with disbelief and said, "That's impossible. The Saiyan race was wiped out long ago by a meteor strike." Goku answered, "Yes, that's true, but I'm still here." The stranger then said, "If you're still alive, that must mean you haven't encountered the most evil ruler of this universe yet." Goku replied, "You mean Frieza? He was the toughest opponent I've ever faced. Our battle was the hardest I've fought in my entire life. It was so intense that it led to the destruction of an entire planet. Frieza's pride got the better of him. He destroyed the planet out of rage, and that explosion ended up killing him too, since he was still on the planet when it exploded." Hearing all of this, the stranger still had doubts. He thought to himself, Frieza was incredibly powerful, but this man actually defeated him. Just how strong is he? The stranger finally introduced himself and said, "I'm glad you defeated someone like Frieza. He was a major threat to us. My name is Soba, and I'm from a planet that is a cousin world to Yardrat. One day, the Ginyu Force came to our planet and wiped out most of our population. I fought back with everything I had and even managed to defeat one of them. But there were just too many of them, and I was eventually overwhelmed. They thought I was dead, so I managed to escape and found refuge here on Planet Yardrat." He continued, "Yardrat was able to avoid being destroyed by negotiating with the Ginyu Force. The Yardrations offered a deal. They would provide repair and maintenance services for the Force's spaceships in exchange for peace. But I believe that deal is weak. I'm sure one day, they'll go back on their word and try to attack this planet. That's why I need to become stronger, to protect Yardrat if that day ever comes." Then Soba looked at Goku and added, "But the fact that you defeated Frieza, that proves you possess an incredible amount of power." Goku simply smiled in response. Soba then expressed his gratitude. "Thank you, Goku. Because of what you did, you've given our worlds a new sense of freedom." But Goku spoke up and said, "I actually have something to ask you. Would you be willing to teach me the teleportation technique, the one that you and the Yardrations use?" Soba replied to Goku, saying, "I'm sorry, but I don't actually know that technique. According to Yardrat tradition, only Yardrations who have mastered it are allowed to teach it. However, the Yardration you're looking for has gone into hiding ever since I made a deal with Frieza's family." He added, "You're free to stay here and try to find that Yardration yourself." Goku thanked Soba sincerely and immediately set off to search for the Yardration capable of teaching him the teleportation technique. Hours passed, but Goku still couldn't find the person he was looking for. So he decided to rest for a while. He spotted a nice, quiet area and descended there. Before relaxing, Goku thought it would be a good idea to stretch his body for a bit. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to a massive spaceship belonging to King Cold, Frieza's father. Suddenly, a Yardration appears before him. King Cold asked in a cold and threatening tone, "Who are you to approach me like this? Do you really think you can walk away from here alive?" At that moment, we see that the Yardration is actually the same one who was earlier with Soba and Goku, a member of the Yardrat police. King Cold growled again. "Who are you to interrupt me?" The Yardration bowed slightly and said, "My deepest apologies, but I bring information of great importance that I believe you should hear." King Cold replied with a chilling warning. "Very well. I'm listening. But whatever you're about to tell me had better be more valuable than your life." The Yardration took a deep breath and began, "Just a few days ago, a stranger accidentally arrived on our planet. He came using one of the Ginyu Force's spaceships. He introduced himself as a Saiyan, and he claimed that he had defeated every member of the Ginyu Force." King Cold scoffed, "That's nonsense. The Ginyu Force is currently focused on their training. They don't have time to be involved in some random drama like this." But the Yardration continued. He also said that he successfully defeated Lord Frieza. That final statement stunned King Cold. "What did you say?" King Cold shouted, his face full of shock. "A lowly Saiyan defeated Frieza? Impossible." The weight of King Cold's reaction terrified the Yardration, who quickly bowed again and said, "I'm very sorry. I'm only here to deliver the message. I mean, no offense." But King Cold was already furious. "Those worthless monkeys? I won't allow them to tarnish the name and empire I built. I will wipe every last one of them out." Then, turning his wrath toward the Yardration, he added, "And as I said, you're not leaving here alive." Without hesitation, King Cold launched a powerful attack straight into the Yardration's chest, killing him instantly. After that, King Cold coldly ordered his soldiers, "Go to Planet Namek and remove this corpse from my chambers." The first scene opens with a shot of Planet Yardrat. We see Goku there, currently stretching and loosening up his body. But suddenly, he senses something strange, a mysterious ki energy, very close to his location. This surprises Goku because he thought he was the only one around. Then it occurs to him, this might be the old man that Soba mentioned. But before he can be sure, the ki he sensed quickly disappears. Goku notes that the energy vanished again. He figures the old man must be skilled at hiding his presence. Realizing he can't wait around, Goku decides to force the unknown person out of hiding. So he prepares a powerful attack aimed directly at the last spot where he sensed the old man's energy. The moment the attack is launched, the old man suddenly appears and swiftly deflects Goku's blast. Goku immediately rushes toward him. The old man speaks, "That's quite a strange way to welcome someone, especially a fellow mortal. Who are you, and what do you want?" Goku replies, "I'm Son Goku. Are you the wise Yardration I've been looking for?" The old man answers, "Yes. Follow me." The scene transitions to the inside of a cave. Goku is now seen eating a large meal, generously served by the old man. Goku comments, "You're good at cooking too." The old man responds, "I'm only serving go fish. It's a dirty kind of fish here on our planet, but I have no choice. I don't have any other food supply here. Still, you're quite an unusual mortal." Goku smiles and says, "I just wanted to say, the Yardrations have some really amazing abilities. Grandpa, can you tell me more about them?" The old man raises an eyebrow and replies, "Grandpa, my name is Hushu." He continues, "As for the Yardrations' abilities, I'm the one who taught them all of that. Without me, Yardrat might have been lost a long time ago. I protected this planet from mortals who tried to conquer it. Many of them only came here to steal our unique powers, especially our technique called teleportation. I continued defending our planet until the day Soba arrived. I saw great potential in him as a leader, so I eventually passed on to him the responsibility of protecting and leading our world. But when I found out that Soba had abandoned the duty I entrusted to him right after facing the Ginyu Force, I felt a deep sense of shame. I started to question whether I had made the wrong choice in trusting a mortal to take care of our planet. That regret is what led me to isolate myself here in this place." At this point, Goku spoke up and said, "Don't worry anymore. I've already taken care of the Ginyu Force." Hushu was shocked by what Goku said. "Is that true?" he asked. "Then I suppose I should thank you." However, instead of asking for gratitude, Goku proposed something else. "How about we have a sparring match?" Hushu immediately agreed. A few seconds later, we see both Goku and Hushu standing across from each other, ready to fight. Without hesitation, Goku rushed toward the old man with incredible speed. Hushu was stunned. "I didn't even see him move from his position," Hushu said in disbelief. Just in time, Hushu dodged Goku's attack using instant teleportation, quickly reappearing behind him. "Before we start this match," Hushu said, "you should at least say something." Ignoring the comment, Goku launched another attack. But again, Hushu easily avoided it. "Hey," Goku said with a grin, "I hope you're not planning to dodge the whole time." Suddenly, Hushu teleported in front of Goku and landed a powerful kick straight to his chest. But Goku managed to grab Hushu's leg midair. "Got you," Goku said, before throwing Hushu far across the field. Hushu quickly recovered in midair, but was surprised to realize that Goku had suddenly vanished. Before he knew it, Goku was already behind him and gave him a firm shove into the nearby water. "Looks like you need a bath first," Goku joked. Dripping wet, the old man stood up and shouted, "You're so rude. You'll learn not to judge a book by its cover. Thanks to you, my cloak is soaked." Goku laughed and said, "Are you mad now? Good. That means you'll take this fight seriously." Hushu responded and said, "Prepare yourself. You're about to see exactly what you've been looking for, and who I truly am." Right after saying this, the old man suddenly used a copying technique that completely caught Goku off guard. In an instant, Hushu launched a flurry of high-speed attacks, each one landing directly on Goku with incredible precision. While attacking, Hushu told Goku, "You should give up now. You can clearly see you're no match for me." But Goku wasn't ready to quit. He quickly activated Kaioken, boosting his strength and speed dramatically. "I will defeat you," Goku shouted, releasing a powerful burst of red energy as he powered up. The surge of energy surprised Hushu. "His power. It's unbelievable," Hushu said in shock. "I can't believe a mortal can generate this kind of energy. I can't fight someone like him." Just then, Goku noticed something strange. Where did his copies go? He wondered. Is he surrendering? At that moment, Hushu suddenly felt intense pain throughout his entire body and collapsed to the ground. Goku rushed over, shocked by what just happened. "What's going on?" Goku asked in concern. Hushu, trying to speak while weakened, said, "Don't worry, I just pushed my body too far. This has been happening to me more frequently in the past few years. I think it's best if we head back home. I need to rest." Goku immediately agreed to help him return. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to King Cold's spaceship, which had just arrived at Planet Namek. One of King Cold's soldiers spoke, "Planet Namek, it's completely gone." The reports were true. It really was destroyed. They also saw something on the ship's screen. That's Frieza," the soldier exclaimed. King Cold reacted sharply. "What did you say?" "You saw my son Frieza?" The soldier replied cautiously, "It would be best if you confirmed it yourself, sir." "But yes, it looks like him." When King Cold laid eyes on the screen, he didn't hesitate. He immediately ordered, "Retrieve my son's body, place him inside the regenerative capsule. Right now." Seeing the condition of his son, King Cold muttered, "So, that Yardration really was telling the truth." He turned to his men and commanded, "Send a unit to Planet Yardrat. I want you to find the Saiyan who did this to my son. Once you find him, bring him to me. I'll be the one to cut off that monkey's head myself." Meanwhile, after 10 days had passed, 3 spaceships were seen approaching Planet Yardrat. They successfully landed on the planet's surface. Soba, one of Yardrat's defenders, quickly sensed their arrival. He could immediately feel the intense energy coming from these powerful intruders. The sudden arrival caused a massive explosion, which shocked not only Soba, but also Goku, Hushu, and Nori, who felt the rumble from afar. "What was that?" Goku asked, alarmed. "We're under attack," Hushu answered, a worried look on his face. Suddenly, Hushu began to tear up. "Goku, you might be our only hope," the old man said emotionally. "The enemies that have arrived are far too strong for the Yardrations to handle. Not even Soba can match them." He then made Goku an offer. "If you defeat them, I promise to teach you instant teleportation." At that moment, King Cold's soldiers began attacking the Yardrat citizens. In response, the Yardrat planetary police quickly arrived, trying to stop the assault. Soon after, the invading warriors introduced themselves one by one. Yamori, Shamo, and Shima, King Cold's elite special guards. They declared that they were sent by King Cold to destroy Planet Yardrat. The Yardrat police bravely stood their ground and replied, "Leave our planet now, or we'll fight you to our last breath." But Shima, one of the elite soldiers, quickly began charging a powerful attack. "It's noble to have a sense of duty and loyalty to your home planet," he said mockingly. Sensing the immense power gathering, the Yardrat police tried to retreat, but it was already too late. Within seconds, Shima unleashed his devastating energy attack, killing nearly all of the police forces in one devastating blow. "I might have overdone it," Shima muttered, with no remorse. However, one Yardration officer survived the blast. Filled with rage and grief, he yelled, "You'll pay for what you did." He tried to charge an attack of his own, but Shamo effortlessly deflected it, and then, without hesitation, ended Yardration's life. At this point, Soba finally arrived on the battlefield, ready to confront Yamori, Shamo, and Shima. "I'll take down all of you," he declared. Soba speaks first, declaring that he'll put an end to all three of them. But then, Shima, one of the elites, mocks him, saying that Soba might be the leader of these weaklings, and that he doesn't seem that strong at all. Then Shamo adds, "Are you the leader of this trash? Sorry for what we did," followed by a cruel laugh, clearly insulting Soba. This enrages Soba. He fires back, "Do you think what you're doing is funny, attacking my comrades like this?" He immediately charges in to fight. Shamo counters aggressively, warning Soba to prepare for death. Both fighters begin exchanging high-speed attacks. Soba is determined not to let these invaders destroy his home and people. He's reminded of what happened to his former planet and swears never to let that tragedy happen again. He launches multiple attacks at Shamo, but Shamo effortlessly blocks them. Realizing he needs to step it up, Soba unleashes a powerful blast that directly hits Shamo. Soba yells, "You have to stop attacking our planet." But to his shock, the attack barely harms Shamo. In disbelief, Soba says, "This can't be real." Then Shima laughs and says, "Surprised? Shamo has the toughest body among all of us." At that moment, another elite named Yamori grabs Soba and says, "If you really want to hurt him, you'd better use something way stronger." Shamo sees this and scolds Yamori. "Don't interfere. I've got this." He charges at Soba and lands a powerful hit. As Soba falls, he still shouts, "Leave this planet now." But Shamo replies, "Fine, but first, tell me where is that Saiyan hiding?" Soba responds, "Saiyan? I don't know where he is." Angered by the answer, Shamo relentlessly bombards Soba with attacks, each one hitting directly. "You gave the wrong answer," Shamo says coldly. "Now you'll suffer. Just like the others, your fate will be the same." Because of the overwhelming power of Shamo's strikes, Soba is sent flying, severely injured, while Soba was still airborne from the earlier attacks. Shamo quickly ordered Yamori to finish him off once and for all. Without hesitation, Yamori unleashed a powerful energy blast, aiming to end Soba right there. But just before the attack could land, Nori suddenly appeared, teleporting in at incredible speed, and used instant teleportation to get Soba out of harm's way. Yamori's blast missed and exploded with massive force, causing a huge shockwave. This surprised the three elite warriors, clearly not expecting such swift intervention from a Yardration. The scene then shifts to Nori and Soba, now in a safer location. A confused Soba asked, "Instant teleportation? What are you doing here? You should leave this place right now." But Nori calmly replied, "Don't worry, the people here are safe. We came to help you." Just then, Shima attacked, shouting, "No one leaves this place alive." Nori quickly prepared to use instant teleportation again, but before he could escape, Goku finally arrived at their location, just in time. He intercepted Shima's attack with a wave blast, deflecting it easily. Shima, shocked, said, "That power. Could he be the mortal we've been looking for?" Now fully serious, Goku stood tall and ready to face King Cold's three elite warriors. He said, "I don't know who you are, but one thing's for sure. You're not welcome on Planet Yardrat. I'll make sure you pay for what you've done to the people here." After Goku said that, Shima responded, "So you're the Saiyan who defeated Lord Frieza?" Goku didn't deny it. In fact, he confirmed it. "That's right. I'm the one who defeated him. So if it's revenge you want, fight me, and leave these people out of this." Soba quickly stepped beside Goku and told Nori, "Go on ahead. Leave the rest to us. We'll take care of these three." Goku agreed and added, "All right, but first, let's test their strength." The scene ends with Goku and Soba preparing to battle the three powerful elite soldiers of King Cold, ready for an epic showdown. At this moment, Goku asked the question, "Who sent you here to kill me?" Shima responded, "It was King Cold, Frieza's father." Hearing this shocked both Goku and Soba. They exclaimed in disbelief, "Frieza's father?" Shima continued, "I don't know exactly why King Cold hates you, but honestly, we don't care. The only thing that matters is that he ordered us to eliminate you. and destroy everything here if necessary. Goku remained serious and silent, absorbing the gravity of the situation. Then Yamori spoke up, mocking Goku. I still can't believe a Saiyan like you defeated Frieza, but now it's the three of us against you. Don't struggle too much. You'll be joining these Yardrats in the afterlife soon enough. Goku calmly responded, you'll end up just like the Ginyu Force. Your arrogance will be your downfall. This made Shama laugh out loud. The Ginyu Force? Those clowns? Please. Meanwhile, Soba quietly observed Goku. He was thinking to himself, how can this man stay so calm even when he's being mocked by these three powerful enemies? Then, without warning, Yamori charged at Goku, shouting that it was time to begin the fight. But Goku easily caught Yamori's fist and immediately countered with a powerful punch straight to Yamori's face, sending him flying. At the same time, Shama tried to attack Goku from behind, but Goku reacted swiftly and knocked him back with a quick kick. Seeing this, Shima prepared to charge in as well, but before he could reach Goku, Soba stepped in to block his path. Soba declared, I won't let you interfere in Goku's fight. You'll face me instead. But Goku quickly said, don't bother. That elite warrior is stronger than you. Shima ignored both of them, brushing past Soba and saying, what are you even talking about? Get out of my way. This blatant disregard for Soba made him furious. It was a direct insult. Then Shima turned his attention back to Goku and said with a smirk, you really are strong, Saiyan, but I have a strategy. At that moment, Goku suddenly charged straight at Shima and landed a solid punch right to his face. Goku then warned them, leave now, or you'll regret everything you're doing. Meanwhile, Soba was deep in thought. He told himself, I'm starting to doubt myself. This Saiyan has so much more battle experience than I do. If I interfere in his fight, I might just embarrass myself instead of helping. Goku continued fighting all three elite warriors at once. They launched simultaneous attacks from different directions, but Goku was able to block and deflect all of them with ease. Then, just a few seconds later, Goku suddenly vanished, catching the three elites completely off guard. Shima asked in shock, where did that mortal go? Shamo quickly followed up, he's charging at us again, get ready. True enough, Goku reappeared in an instant and launched a powerful spinning kick, striking both Yamori and Shamo and forcing them back as he briefly created distance between them. Seeing all this, Soba was stunned. He thought to himself, this Saiyan is amazing. I can sense his ki increasing little by little. The scene then shifts to Yamori, who was now powering up intensely. Surrounded by an aura of energy, he said, he's getting too confident, but I've got a little surprise for him. With that, Yamori unleashed an enormous amount of Kai and transformed into his most powerful form. Within seconds, he launched a massive energy attack aimed directly at Goku. However, our hero, Goku, effortlessly blocked Yamori's powerful attack. Shamo then asked Shima, aren't we going to help Yamori? But Shima replied, quiet, that Saiyan is incredible. I actually want to watch how he fights. The scene then shifts to Yamori, who says, this Saiyan is really strong, but not strong enough to defeat me. Goku responded confidently, all right then, I'll show you the power of Kaioken. At that moment, Goku powered up with the Kaioken technique, his energy flaring around him. He then launched a blazing fast punch that landed directly on Yamori's face. Without giving him a chance to recover, Goku followed up with another quick and powerful blow, striking Yamori again. While Yamori was still airborne, Goku quickly charged his signature move, the Kamehameha. He released it straight at Yamori, and the attack hit directly, causing a massive explosion. Soba, who witnessed the entire sequence, was stunned. He said to himself, what kind of technique is that? The scene cuts back to Goku, who was now staring at Yamori's location in the distance. He thought, one down. Now there are only two left. But just as Goku let his guard down, Shamo suddenly used a strange technique, a high-pitched whistle that started to disorient Goku. Goku covered his ears in pain, saying, this sound, it's making me dizzy. Because of the intense dizziness, Goku suddenly collapsed to the ground. Soba immediately rushed to Goku's side, saying, I'll try to hold them off until you recover. But Goku replied, no, don't. You'll just be easily defeated by King Cold's elite warriors. Meanwhile, Yamori slowly got back on his feet. His body showed clear signs of the severe damage he had taken from Goku's earlier attacks. Since Goku was still unable to fight, Soba stepped forward to face Yamori, determined to hold him off until Goku could recover. At this moment, Goku tried to stand up, but he was still struggling from dizziness caused by Shamo's earlier whistle technique. As Goku stood weakly, Shima suddenly landed a powerful kick straight at him, followed by a series of continuous blows that hit Goku directly. While Goku was struggling to stay on his feet, Shamo attacked from behind, and his hit sent Goku flying. Clearly, Goku was now in trouble. Shamo looked at him and said, "This Saiyan looks pathetic." Then Shima added, "Let's not waste any more time. Let's finish him off." Shamo then stepped on Goku's head and taunted him. "Do you know what we do to insects like you? We crush them." The first panel opens with Goku clearly struggling in the fight against the 3 elite soldiers. We see a brutal scene where Shamo is stepping on Goku's head. At that moment, Goku hears the voice of Hushu, who tells him, "Goku, think of the people who are counting on you. You must stop these monsters." This motivates Goku, and he replies, "You're right. They need to pay for what they did to those innocent lives." With renewed strength, Goku unleashes a powerful kick straight to Shamo's face, forcing some distance between them. Then, Goku declares, "This is the last time I'm going to say this. Leave this planet now." He immediately follows up with another heavy blow straight to Shamo's face, then another strong kick that lands clean. Shamo starts to panic, thinking, "We're in trouble. This mortal is back to normal. There's no way I'll be able to hit him again with that technique." Goku then shouts, "Surrender now. That technique of yours won't work on me anymore. Stay right where you are." But Shima cuts in, yelling, "Don't tell us what to do." He quickly launches a massive attack aimed directly at Goku. Caught off guard, Goku admits, "I don't have enough time to block this one." So in a split-second decision, he releases a powerful energy blast from his entire body. Soba, observing the battle, is impressed and says, "Well done, Goku." Goku looks at Shima and asks, "What now? Are you going to surrender? Is that enough to make you give up?" The massive energy blast hits Shima head-on, catching him by surprise. The impact is so powerful that it sends Shima flying off the planet. Goku then says, "I can feel his ki slowly fading away from this planet, but he's still alive." Suddenly, Shamo quickly gets back on his feet and shouts, "Don't celebrate just yet. I'm still standing." Goku responds with a smirk, "You're one tough bird, huh?" Then, the scene shifts to Shima, who's currently trying to withstand Goku's attack, and at this point, he finally manages to counter our hero's powerful move. Shima spoke and said he barely managed to escape that Scion's attack. "He's incredibly strong, too strong for us to handle. If this Scion was able to defeat Lord Frieza, then why does King Cold think we can take him down? We only have 2 choices now. Either we complete this mission, or we die trying." At that moment, Shima flew back quickly toward Planet Yardrat. Meanwhile, the scene returns to Goku and Shamo, who are still in the middle of an intense battle. Watching the fight from a distance are Yamori and Soba. Soba says, "You want to fight that Saiyan? Before you can even think of that, you'll have to get through me first. And with your current condition, I doubt you can even fight properly." But Yamori just laughs and replies, "Haven't you noticed yet? That Saiyan may have injured me badly, but all I need is a few minutes to recover my full strength. And when that time comes, you won't be able to stop me." Soba answers with determination, "Then I'll gladly sacrifice my life if it means helping Goku defeat you once and for all." At that moment, Yamori suddenly charges at Soba with incredible speed and lands a direct hit. He even uses his tail to send Soba flying. Despite the hit, Soba says, "I need to hold him off as long as I can, so that Goku can defeat them one by one." Then Soba starts to think about using one of his techniques. He admits to himself that this move didn't work on the Ginyu Force, but if he doesn't use everything he's got now, he knows he won't last much longer in this fight. Yamori taunts him, "You still have the will to fight? How brave and foolish." Soba replies, "If that's foolishness to you, but as long as I'm still breathing, I will keep fighting." Suddenly, Soba powers up. releasing an enormous wave of energy that shocks Yamori. He had just activated his copying technique. Now fully charged, Soba prepares to launch an attack. Yamori, sensing the threat, says, "I'm completely surrounded." However, Soba is already feeling extreme exhaustion from using such a powerful technique. Back to Goku and Shamo. Shamo fires a powerful wave blast at Goku, but Goku easily dodges it. Goku remarks, "So Soba can also use a technique like Hushu's." Back again to Soba and Yamori, Soba unleashes a flurry of attacks that hit Yamori directly, resulting in a massive explosion. But only seconds later, Yamori manages to escape the blast and prepares to launch a counterattack. Yamori says, "I need to end this quickly." He then releases a devastating energy attack that completely destroys Soba's copied techniques. As the attack comes in, Soba's comrades rush to his aid, helping him escape just in time to avoid being completely overwhelmed by Yamori's assault. Soba spoke and said that they should have just left him where he was earlier. "What I did in this battle still isn't enough. If we keep this up, we're all just gonna die here." But just as he said that, Yamori suddenly charged in at incredible speed and landed a direct blow to Soba's chest, completely catching him off guard. Yamori said, "You're still standing? You really are a true warrior. But the fun ends here. It's time for you to say goodbye to your people." At that critical moment, Soba used telepathy to contact Nori, asking for help. Soba told Nori, "I need your help for my next attack. You just need to immobilize him. And please don't make a mistake. We only have one shot at this." Then, Soba yelled out to Goku, "Stay out of this, Goku. This is my fight." Meanwhile, the scene cuts back to Goku's battle with Shamo, where it's clear that Shamo is struggling to keep up. Goku responds to Soba, "All right, I understand. Do everything you can, Soba." Back to Yamori. Nori successfully uses her paralysis technique, and it hits Yamori directly. He suddenly panics, realizing he can't move his body. With that opportunity, Soba begins charging an immensely powerful attack. His hands glow as he gathers energy. Soba says, "This attack is for all the Yardrats you've killed." In just a few seconds, Soba unleashes the full force of his attack, hitting Yamori straight on. The attack is so powerful it pierces right through Yamori's chest. In his final moments, Yamori has a flashback. He remembers that he was the last surviving member of his race after their planet was destroyed by intergalactic warriors. He was chosen to become one of King Cold's elite private warriors. "I shouldn't even be proud of that anymore," he thought. "All the hope I had to rebuild from the ashes of my people's downfall is now slowly slipping away. And now, I'm about to die on a remote planet like this. I'm sorry, my king." Just then, Shima arrives and fires off a devastating energy blast. Shima says, "Rest in peace, Yamori." His blast causes a massive explosion. Goku, seeing him, says, "So you've come back." Soba is shocked, thinking their fight was already over. Meanwhile, Shamo stands back up and says, "Wait! Don't fight that Saiyan yet. I'm not finished with him." Shima snaps, "Be quiet, Shamo. That Saiyan has beaten you over and over again. Just focus on eliminating the remaining Yardrats." Shamo agrees. "Fine, but after I'm done with the Yardrats here, I'm coming back to fight that Saiyan." Shamo then quickly flies off. Goku tries to stop him, but Shima immediately steps in and blocks him. Shima declares, "If you want to stop him, you'll have to get through me first." Shamo says, "You'll all be my playthings." One of the Yardrats quickly turns to Nori and says, "Find a place to hide, leave this mortal to me." Nori immediately begins preparing to use instant teleportation to escape the area. The first panel starts with Shima stopping Goku. Shima speaks, "Are you really a Saiyan? I watched you fight. It's clear you're not actually trying to kill us." Goku responds, saying it's not worth it to go that far. Meanwhile, Soba and Nori successfully escape, leaving behind a Yardrat police officer. But suddenly, he disappears. Shamo is caught off guard. It turns out the Yardrat used instant teleportation to appear behind Shamo and launch a surprise attack. The Yardrat thinks to himself, "There's no way I can beat him, but I can buy some time." Shamo replies, admitting that the Yardrat's move wasn't bad at all. The Yardration then says, power gives an advantage in battle, but if you can't see your enemy, it's useless. Back to Goku and Shima. Both are going at each other with rapid attacks. Eventually, Goku lands a powerful kick that sends Shima flying. Then we shift back to Shamo, who's about to unleash a massive wave blast aimed straight at the Yardration. But right at that moment, Soba returns to the battlefield and sets up a surprise attack aimed directly at Shamo. Shima yells, "Shamo! Behind you!" But it's too late. Soba lands the hit. He says, "That was my final attack," and immediately passes out. Now furious, Shamo explodes with an overwhelming amount of energy, shouting that all of them will pay. Goku feels the intense ki coming from Shamo and says, What is he planning to do now? Shamo begins charging up a massive attack, aimed directly at Soba, who's still unconscious and unable to defend himself. Just as the attack is about to land, Goku suddenly appears and steps in to save Soba. Goku says, "You attacked someone who was already unconscious. That's pure cowardice." He easily deflects Shamo's attack without breaking a sweat. At this moment, Soba regains a bit of consciousness, and weakly says, "Thank you, Goku." Goku replies, "Soba, you fought well. Leave the rest to me." Shamo and Shima quickly regroup and prepare to face Goku once again. They both say, "Saiyan, prepare for your final moments." But Goku firmly responds, "You better prepare yourselves too." Within seconds, all three warriors explode into high-speed combat, Goku, Shima, and Shamo trading lightning-fast attacks. In the chaos, Goku lands a powerful kick on Shamo, launching him across the battlefield. Shima then tries to strike Goku from behind, but Goku quickly dodges the attack. Shima shouts, "You're not getting away from us, Goku!" But Goku counters, pushing Shima back with force, sending him flying next to Shamo. Now Goku stands ready to continue the battle. Meanwhile, Shamo speaks up. He's too strong, but there's no way he can survive our ultimate attack. Seconds later, Shamo and Shima combine their powers to launch their most devastating technique, the Thunder Eagle. The powerful blast shoots straight toward Goku at incredible speed. Seeing the attack, Goku is visibly shocked. "That move, it's insanely fast," he says. The moment the Thunder Eagle makes contact, it unleashes a massive, earth-shaking explosion. After the massive explosion, Shima confidently says, "We hit him. That Saiyan must have been destroyed." Shamo adds, "No mortal has ever survived that kind of powerful attack." But what they don't know is that their ultimate attack didn't actually hit Goku. Just in time, Nori stepped in and saved him. Nori says to Goku, "Good thing I arrived when I did." Goku replies, "Thanks for the assist. You're amazing. But now, I have to finish this fight." Goku immediately jumps back into the battle, unleashing a barrage of energy blasts aimed directly at Shima and Shamo. He yells, "This isn't over yet!" Shima and Shamo are shocked. Goku survived their ultimate attack, and before they can react, Goku dashes forward and lands a devastating punch straight to Shima, launching him into the air. Meanwhile, Shamo quickly realizes what happened. So it was that Yardration who helped him survive. That mortal has to die. In a flash, Shamo rushes toward Nori, grabs her by the head, and holds her hostage. He shouts at Goku, "Come closer if you want to save this Yardration." Nori begs Goku for help, pleading for him to save her. Goku, now furious, says, "Let her go. She's not even a fighter." At that moment, Shamo ends Nori's life without hesitation and says coldly, "Is that better now?" Goku is completely stunned by what he just witnessed. His eyes widen, and his rage begins to boil over. He clenches his fists and repeatedly says, This can't be. You'll pay for this." Overwhelmed with emotion, Goku begins to release an intense surge of energy, his Kai rising rapidly. Then, in a burst of golden light, Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan. Sensing the overwhelming power, Hushu instantly teleports to the scene to see what's happening. Shima is stunned by the energy Goku is now radiating, and even Shamo is frozen in shock. In a flash, Goku dashes forward and lands a direct, high-speed blow on Shamo. Shamo reels from the attack, barely able to process what just happened. But Goku doesn't stop. Moments later, he fires a massive Kamehameha wave directly at Shamo, completely engulfing him in the blast and ending his life. As the dust settles, Goku turns his eyes to Shima and says calmly, "If you don't want to end up like him, I suggest you leave now. You're strong, but your current power is nowhere near enough to defeat me." Shima is shocked. "What did you just say?" he responds. Goku continues, "You're the strongest among the three of you, but even your power doesn't come close to Frieza's level." Infuriated, Shima replies, "Is that so? Then why don't you try me?" He charges up and fires a powerful plasma crunch straight at Goku, causing a massive explosion on impact. From the smoke, Shima scoffs, "Fool, you're finished." But as the smoke slowly clears, Goku is shown standing unharmed. He looks at Shima and calmly says, "Didn't I tell you, you can't hurt me?" Shima is completely shocked by what he sees. "Impossible," he mutters, trembling. While Shima was still frozen in shock, Goku launched a powerful attack that landed directly on Shima's face. Goku then spoke with authority. "It's over. You've lost this fight. Leave this planet now and never come back. I'll let you walk away alive." Shima responded with a sneer, "Is that really what you want? You might end up regretting this." But before anything else could happen, Hushu suddenly appeared beside Goku and said, "Goku, finish him now. Someone like him doesn't deserve to walk free. We'll never be able to defeat him if you let him go." But Goku calmly replied, "Every mortal deserves a second chance. Many of my former enemies eventually became my allies after we fought." He continued, "Besides, I'll be staying here for a while. If anything bad happens again on this planet, I won't hesitate to step in." Shima, clearly frustrated but defeated, turned to leave and said, "Don't expect me to thank you." And just like that, Shima left Planet Yardrat. Peace was finally restored. But suddenly, Goku collapsed. Breathing heavily, he said, "I can't take it anymore. I'm starving." Hushu, surprised, asked, "What's going on with Goku?" Goku replied with a laugh, "I'm just really hungry. I can't hold it in any longer." Hushu and the others quickly began tending to Goku and Soba's injuries. The first panel opens with a scene showing Shima, who has already escaped from Planet Yardrat. At this point, we're shown a glimpse of Shima's life story. Every single day, Shima trained tirelessly. Her only goal was to become strong enough to protect her people. But despite his dedication, her dream was suddenly crushed. Their planet was invaded and taken over by pirates. All the male members of their race were slaughtered without mercy, while the women were enslaved. Shima says, "All of us were sold to be tortured and humiliated, but instead of giving up, Shima became even more determined. She kept training day after day, striving to become even stronger. She said, 'I can no longer bear living this kind of life.' That pain, that hopelessness, it became her reason to fight back, to end the suffering of her people with the help of one individual, someone he believed could change things, and that person was none other than King Cold. After everything that happened, Shima believed she would finally earn her freedom. But instead, King Cold recruited her. She was chosen to become the leader of one of King Cold's squadrons. However, everything changed when Shima witnessed a Saiyan, a warrior fighting with all his strength, showing courage and conviction, all just to protect a race he barely even knew. That moment shook him. Shima said, "Seeing that Saiyan fight reminded me of my original goal, why I wanted to be strong in the first place. But now, having failed her mission, she knows King Cold might never forgive her." The story then returns to Planet Yardrat. The people of Yardrat are busy rebuilding their homes and structures, trying to recover from the destruction caused by King Cold's forces. Even Goku himself is helping them, despite still being weak. Meanwhile, Soba is also recovering. He's healing from the injuries he sustained during the intense battle with King Cold's elite soldiers. In this moment, we see Soba receiving a letter. It was sent by a fellow Yardratian, but the sender chose not to reveal his identity right away. Here's what the letter said. "Dear Soba, I'm writing this letter because I'm afraid that I've done something truly unforgivable. I know the real reason why King Cold's elite squadron attacked our planet. It's because I told them that the Saiyan they were looking for was hiding here on Yardrat. I was scared. I feared that if I didn't tell King Cold the truth, he would wipe out our entire race, just like he did to his other conquered planets. I couldn't risk breaking the trust he had in us. But now, Soba, I need your trust. I believed what I did was the best choice for the safety of Planet Yardrat, but I never imagined things would turn out this way. If I could undo what I did, I would. I'm the one who caused all of this, Soba. I'm sorry." The one who sent the letter was Wakame, the Yardratian who went aboard King Cold's spaceship to reveal the information he knew about the Saiyan. Unfortunately, as soon as Wakami told him, King Cold killed him on the spot. A few days later, everything had finally returned to normal. Goku and Soba had also gone back to their training routine. During this moment, Goku spoke up, saying that he could tell Soba was gradually getting stronger. The two continued sparring intensely, exchanging fast and powerful attacks. Just then, a Yardration appeared and was visibly shocked when he saw Goku and Soba fiercely exchanging blows at incredible speed. The Yardration called out to them, telling them to be careful. Soba paused for a moment and asked, "What are you doing here?" The Yardration replied, saying that Master Hushu was calling for them, and that he had something important to discuss with them. Goku responded, "I wonder what that could be." Soba replied, "We should hurry and go see him." Meanwhile, the scene cuts to a damaged and ruined area, where Hushu was currently waiting. The old man greeted them, saying, "Good, you finally arrived." Goku greeted him with a casual, "Hi." Another Yardration nearby apologized, saying, "Sorry, he's just a little tired from all the work we've been doing." After a few more hours passed, and once Hushu had finished explaining the important matter, Soba was visibly shocked. He exclaimed, "Wait, what did you just say? You came from the same planet I did?" Hushu confirmed, "Yes, that's right." Goku, half joking, chimed in, "Huh? Could it be that you two are father and son?" Hushu chuckled and then turned to Goku. Since Goku was there, he said he wanted to give him something, a reward for defeating their enemies and saving their people. Hushu announced, "I'm going to teach you instant teleportation." Soba, surprised, whispered to Hushu, "Are you sure about this? You're really going to teach our unique technique to a Saiyan?" But Goku, who overheard, responded, "You know I can hear everything you're saying, right?" Hushu calmly answered, "Yes, he's a Saiyan, that's true, but he's also the one who saved us." Soba then apologized for what he had said earlier. As for Goku, he was absolutely thrilled. He said that once he learns this technique, he would finally be able to return to planet Earth. But Soba interrupted and said, "You can't begin training with Hushu dressed like that." Goku asked, "Huh? What's wrong with what I'm wearing?" Soba replied, "I'm going back to get you one of our traditional Yardration outfits. You'd better make the most of this opportunity, Goku, while Master Hushu is still here." With that, Soba took off quickly to retrieve Goku's new clothes. As he was flying, Soba thought to himself, "I'm really glad I got the chance to be with the legendary Hushu." But at the same time, something was bothering him. He couldn't shake the feeling that this Saiyan warrior looked strangely familiar. The scene now returns to Goku and Hushu, where Hushu begins speaking. He asks, "So, Goku, you were able to transform when you fought the elite squadron, right?" Goku replies, "Yeah, that's true, but I can't transform into a Super Saiyan at will. The first time I ever used it was during my battle with Frieza." At this point, Hushu reveals something surprising. He has the ability to read Goku's thoughts. "I understand now," Hushu says. "Whenever you're overwhelmed by intense emotions, especially when you lose someone close to you, that's when your hidden power awakens. You only manage to transform when you're driven by anger and grief over losing a friend." He continues, "That's why I want to help you. I want to teach you how to control that emotion, so that you can freely access that transformation whenever you need it." Hushu explains that if Goku can't learn to control that power, then his transformation could become a serious threat, not only to his enemies, but even to his own allies. Hearing this, Goku is shocked. Everything Hushu said about him was true. "That's exactly what happened before," Goku says. "When one of my closest friends was killed by Frieza, right in front of me. That's when I first unlocked the transformation." Hushu nods and says, "We Yardratians, especially someone like me, have the ability to read a person's mind. It's how we can tell whether someone is trustworthy or not." Then Hushu adds, "Now, we need to begin. You need to feel that anger again, Goku. That's the only way you'll fully understand your transformation." Goku is caught off guard. "Getting angry?" he asks. "That's not something I can just do. I don't have any reason to be angry right now. But if you have any idea, maybe you can tell me." Now it's Hushu's turn to be surprised. Even he admits he doesn't know exactly how to make Goku feel that way again. But maybe, Hushu suggests, try thinking about all your friends, the ones who died in your past battles. And so Goku begins to focus. Slowly, he starts remembering the close friends he lost during past fights. friends who were taken away from him by powerful enemies. As these memories resurface, Goku starts to feel a deep emotional trigger, one that begins to push him into the Super Saiyan transformation. Hushu watches in awe, but as he observes closely, he realizes something. This isn't quite the same transformation Goku achieved when he fought King Cold's elite warriors. That's why, for now, Hushu decides this will be the main focus of their training, to help Goku reach the point where he can freely and completely transform into a Super Saiyan. But even now, Goku still can't fully transform. Hushu then speaks again. The anger you're feeling right now, it's still not enough to push you into the full transformation. What you need is to stay calm and focused, even while experiencing extreme emotion. The first panel opens with Goku struggling during his training. He admits that he needs to train harder so he can fully master the Super Saiyan form. Meanwhile, Soba is on his way to Goku's location to deliver his new outfit. When Soba arrives, Goku is glad to see him and says that now, he can finally focus on learning instant teleportation. Soba then tells Goku, "Son Goku, I hope you accept this gift as a token of gratitude for saving our race." Goku thanks him, and Soba smiles. Hushu also comments that the outfit looks great on Goku. Goku puts it on, and it indeed suits him well. He thanks everyone, especially the Yardrat people, for their kindness. Before starting the instant teleportation training, Hushu decides to explain its history. He tells Goku that only his people and the Yardratians are the mortals who know this technique. He personally taught it to the Yardratians after learning that Frieza planned to conquer Planet Yardrat. This way, the Yardratians could escape immediately if Frieza attacked. However, instant teleportation wasn't created only for escaping danger. Its true purpose is to travel quickly between planets, helping with trade, communication, and faster development of worlds. But over time, Hushu began to have doubts about teaching the technique to just anyone. Some who learned it used it for criminal activities. Because of this, he decided to be very selective in choosing who can learn it. He chose to teach it only to the Yardratians because of their peaceful way of life. After Hushu finished explaining those things, he immediately asked Soba if he could sense the Ki energy of people nearby. Soba replied that yes, he could. In fact, sensing ki is one of the basic skills every warrior should have. Hushu then added that Goku could also do this, since Goku had actually demonstrated it the first time they met. Goku apologized for that earlier incident, explaining that he simply felt like someone was watching him, so he tried to force the hidden person to reveal themselves. Soba responded, asking if Goku wasn't being too reckless. After all, when Goku first arrived on their planet, it caused quite a commotion. Hushu then redirected the conversation back to instant teleportation. He explained that being able to sense the ki of people around you is the first and most important step to mastering the technique. Instant teleportation allows a person to transfer their mind and body directly to the location of a ki they've sensed. Goku and Soba then began visualizing the ki around them. However, Goku started thinking, if he tried to sense the ki of his friends on Earth, it might be impossible, given how far away the planet was from Yardrat. At that moment, Hushu released a strong burst of ki, telling them that he would make his ki very noticeable so they could sense him more easily. Soba and Goku were both surprised. They could clearly detect Hushu's energy. Hushu instructed them to place their index and middle fingers on their foreheads, then focus on sending their ki outward. Their ki should connect with the surrounding aura, and once they locate his ki, they should try sending themselves to him. Their bodies would follow automatically. Soba followed Hushu's instructions exactly and successfully vanished. Before leaving, he told Goku to take his time. Goku was shocked and told Soba to wait. He even asked Hushu to repeat the instructions because he found it hard to visualize Hushu's aura. Then Goku thought maybe he should try sensing Soba's aura instead. He focused and said he thought he could do it but still failed. Frustrated, Goku wondered why it wasn't working and decided he should ask Hushu again, thinking maybe he had misunderstood something. Learning instant teleportation was clearly going to be a challenge for him. 2 months later, since King Cold's soldiers had attacked Planet Yardrat, Goku had fully mastered his Super Saiyan transformation, but still couldn't perform instant teleportation. Meanwhile, on Earth, The Dragon Balls from Planet Namek had been reactivated. The Earth's people used them to wish Krillin and Goku back to life. But Goku hadn't actually died during his battle with Frieza. So the people of Earth made another wish to Porunga to bring Goku back to Earth. At that moment, Goku suddenly felt something strange. The sky darkened, and a voice spoke to him. It was Porunga, asking if Goku was okay with returning to Earth, since that was his friend's wish. Goku thanked him but declined, saying he still had something very important to learn. He told Porunga to pass a message to his friends that he would return to Earth on his own. This decision shocked Goku's friends on Earth. They couldn't understand why he would refuse to come back, but they were relieved to know he was alive. While Goku continued his training on Planet Yardrat, he had no idea that Vegeta had already left Earth to search for him. Meanwhile, Frieza was recovering from his injuries and was planning his revenge against Goku. On the other side of the story, the scene shifts to King Cold, who is already planning his next move. One of his soldiers reports that, according to their sources, a Saiyan named Vegeta attacked their military base. Another update states that Shima has also been spotted by his former allies on one of their planets. It's been 2 months since they last sent a squadron to Planet Yardrat, so it's best to assume that the squad was defeated by a Saiyan currently residing there. One warrior steps forward, surprised, and asks, "The whole squadron? Are you forgetting that I'm still here?" He then addresses King Cold directly, saying, "No offense, Master, but let me be the one to track down that monkey and the traitor Shima. Because you sent me on a solitary mission, I couldn't be there to help my squad. This is now my responsibility to take revenge for what happened to them." King Cold agrees and says, "Fine, go. I don't want my empire to become a laughingstock in this universe. I expect you to bring me that monkey's head. But if you fail to do so, you'd better run, because I will personally end you. Do you understand?" The warrior responds firmly, "I understand. I promise I will do everything I can." At that moment, the 4th Squadron quickly departs with the mission of hunting down the Saiyan Prince, none other than Vegeta. The scene then shifts to Planet Lit, which is currently under attack by a mysterious fighter. One of the planet's warriors demands, "Are you looking for the Super Saiyan who defeated Frieza? Do you have any information about him?" Another warrior laughs and replies, "The Super Saiyan who defeated Frieza? That's a good joke." It turns out the warrior searching for Goku is none other than Vegeta himself. Vegeta smirks and says, "Looks like it's not a good day for me, but it's definitely not a good day for you either." He then begins charging up a powerful attack, but before he can release it, he spots a spaceship approaching the planet. Curious, he flies toward it and says, "A mysterious space capsule? Could it be Goku?" The first panel starts with Vegeta approaching the location of a mysterious figure who had landed on Planet Lit. Vegeta says, "Whoever this is, Prince Vegeta is already on his way to meet you." When he arrives, he wonders, "Could this be Kakarot?" But no, this doesn't feel like Goku. Who could this be? Soon after, the mysterious figure steps out of his spaceship. It's actually one of King Cold's men. The two immediately face off. Vegeta asks, "Are you one of Frieza's soldiers?" The stranger answers, "I am Zarek, an elite warrior under King Cold. I serve Frieza's father as part of his elite squadron. Those people you attacked earlier, they were my comrades. Because of what you did to our military base, I'm here to take your life." Vegeta laughs and replies, "You want to kill me? Don't make me laugh. Your power isn't enough to defeat my current strength." But Zarek warns him not to underestimate him. His scouter shows Vegeta's exact power level, 55,000. Vegeta smirks and says, "You still rely on that scouter? You fool. Most warriors can hide their true strength, and you dare call yourself an elite warrior? Pathetic." Right after saying this, Vegeta unleashes an enormous surge of Kai, shocking Zarek. Vegeta declares, "You have the privilege of testing my new power." Zarek responds, "I have no choice but to fight you to the end." Vegeta replies, "That's the true mindset of a warrior. Show me your worth." Zarek charges in, but Vegeta easily dodges. "Don't make me laugh," Vegeta mocks. "Come on, try harder." Zarek then fires a powerful attack directly at Vegeta, but Vegeta deflects it with ease. He says, Not bad. That attack actually managed to scratch me a little. But suddenly, Zarek vanishes from sight. Surprised, Vegeta yells, "Show yourself. Hiding is useless. If you don't appear now, I'll destroy this entire planet." But at that moment, Zarek suddenly appeared behind Vegeta and said, "I've been right here behind you all along." Vegeta quickly sensed him and easily dodged the attack. Vegeta then said, "An attack from behind? That's the act of a coward. I'll cut off your arm for that." And within seconds, Vegeta sliced off Zarek's arm, making him scream in pain. Vegeta spoke again. "Before I finish you, I just want to ask, do you know anything about a Super Saiyan who defeated Frieza?" Zarek angrily replied, "You must be insane. Frieza, defeated by that so-called legendary race? Don't make me laugh." Vegeta smirked. "So that's it, you're useless to me." He then prepared to end the fight. Zarek, confused, shouted, "What do you mean by that?" Vegeta roared, "The Super Saiyan is real, and I will be the next one." Seconds later, Vegeta unleashed a devastating attack that completely obliterated Zarek. After the battle, Vegeta said, "Looks like I won't be finding Kakarot here, but I'll continue my search until I put an end to him." With that, Vegeta left Planet Lit and quickly set course back to Earth. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to Frieza's home planet. Here, we see Frieza seemingly recovered from the injuries he suffered in his last fight with Goku. He continues training relentlessly, determined to get revenge on Goku. News of Zarek's defeat at Vegeta's hands eventually reached them. One of King Cold's men reported, "According to the data we received from Zarek's scouter, the Saiyan he fought was none other than Prince Vegeta." King Cold then spoke. "That Saiyan is a traitor. Could it be Vegeta was the one who defeated my son Frieza? Could Vegeta be the so-called legendary Super Saiyan? Impossible. We must eliminate this threat at once. Only our clan will remain the strongest race in this universe." King Cold added, "Besides, my son Frieza has already recovered. I will leave this matter to him." Noticing his father's anger, Frieza approached and asked, "What's going on here?" "I could hear your loud shouting. It's distracting me from my training." King Cold replied, "Forgive me. One of my elite squadron members encountered a warrior on Planet Lit. That's why I was upset earlier. I didn't mean to disturb you." Frieza answered, "Since when do you care about your subordinates? Don't treat me like a fool. I know you too well. You wouldn't act like this unless it was something serious." King Cold continued, "You're right. What I really want is to find Vegeta, so we can take revenge for what he's done to you." Frieza smirked. "Vegeta? Do you really think that insect could defeat me? I already finished him off back on Planet Namek." But then, Frieza's expression darkened as he recalled what happened on Namek. "Those Saiyans. I was certain I wiped them all out long ago. But some must have survived. I have no choice but to accept the truth, that the legend of the Super Saiyan is real. I myself was defeated by one, a Saiyan with golden hair. But even so, that Saiyan was destroyed along with Planet Namek when it exploded." Hearing this, King Cold was shocked. "A Saiyan with golden hair? The same kind of warrior that defeated our ancestors? That's impossible," he added. "But I also heard something from the Yardrats. They said a mysterious Saiyan arrived on their planet in a space capsule, the same type of ship used by the Ginyu Force when they went to Namek." Frieza's eyes widened. "What? That Saiyan survived? No matter. Let them think I'm dead. It will make things easier. When I return to Earth, Goku will be in for a surprise, because he'll find the corpses of all his friends waiting for him." The scene then shifts back to Planet Yardrat, where several days have passed. Goku continues his training, and he has now mastered sensing the aura of people around him with perfect accuracy. At this moment, Hushu arrives and tells Goku, "You've already mastered visualizing the aura around you. Now, it's time I teach you teleportation." Goku was surprised and asked, "Am I really ready for this?" Hushu smiled and replied, "Yes, you are. You can now master instant teleportation." Soba was able to achieve it quickly because he had already mastered the basics back when he became leader of the Yardrats. "Now, Goku, Listen carefully as I explain how to use instant teleportation perfectly. Hushu then explained step by step. First, you must focus your mind completely. Second, you need to clearly sense and visualize the aura of the person you want to reach. And third, the hardest part, you must concentrate your ki into your finger placed on your forehead. Then send your ki directly to the person you want to teleport to. If you follow these steps, you'll be able to use instant teleportation. After this explanation, Hushu stepped back, allowing Goku to try it himself. Determined, Goku began the process. Step 1. Focus. Step 2. Visualize Hushu's ki. Step 3. Send my own ki to him. However, even after 2 hours of non-stop attempts, he still couldn't pull it off. Meanwhile, Hushu was starting to feel uneasy, sensing that he was getting dangerously close to Goku's location. By this time, Goku had already been training for several months, yet he still couldn't fully perform instant teleportation. The biggest obstacles holding him back were exhaustion and hunger, which kept slowing his progress. At one point, Goku even felt like giving up, but his determination pushed him to continue. On the other side, Hushu was also suffering. His heart condition was slowly worsening, draining his strength day by day. After several more days, Goku finally managed to master instant teleportation. But at the same moment, one of the worst events was about to unfold on Planet Yardrat. While Goku was still training, he suddenly sensed something unusual. Hushu's aura was growing weaker and weaker. At first, Goku thought it might just be another part of his training, but what confused him was that Soba was with Hushu at that exact time. Out of concern, Goku quickly focused his energy and attempted to use instant teleportation. The scene then shifts to a hospital, where Soba anxiously asked the doctor if Hushu would be okay. But the doctor shook his head and explained that Hushu only had a few days left to live. His illness had been with him for a long time, and now his body couldn't take it anymore. Soba then wondered aloud if other Yardratians might also be infected with this sickness without even realizing it. At that moment, Goku suddenly appeared in the hospital room, successfully using instant teleportation for the very first time. Excited, he said, "I did it! I finally pulled it off. But what's happening here?" Soba was shocked to see Goku's sudden arrival, realizing that Goku had already mastered the technique. Without wasting time, Soba explained everything to him. Hushu had suffered a heart attack, and his condition was now critical. His life was nearing its end. Goku, desperate, asked if there was anything they could do to save Hushu. But Soba sadly replied that it was already too late. Nothing more could be done. At this point, Hushu, weak but still conscious, slowly spoke. He told Goku, "You did it. You finally mastered instant teleportation." Goku responded with emotion, saying, "If it weren't for you, I never could have done it." Then, with his remaining strength, Hushu turned to Soba and said, "Before I leave this world, could you please lend me your hand?" At that moment, Soba immediately followed what Hushu asked. Hushu then looked at him with a faint smile and said, "Thank you, my son." Those words shocked Soba, leaving him speechless. It was then that Hushu finally revealed the truth to Soba. He explained that he was one of the few remaining mortals of their race. When Frieza's army attacked their planet long ago, Hushu fled quickly to Planet Yardrat. His purpose was to prepare his people and continue spreading the knowledge of their race. When they finally arrived on Planet Yardrat, Hushu's wife wanted to pass down a powerful technique she had invented, and she wanted Soba to inherit it. But at that time, Hushu refused. He feared that if Soba learned the technique, Frieza might eventually take it away from them, especially if Soba ever betrayed their kind and joined Frieza's army, just like what his brother Zindel had done. Later on, during the Ginyu Force's invasion of Planet Yardrat, Hushu saw something that deeply hurt him. He saw Soba surrender to the invaders. To Hushu, it felt like his own son had betrayed him. The Yardrat people managed to survive the attack, but many of them, including Hushu, became slaves under Frieza's control. Their freedom was stolen instantly. Because of this, Hushu chose to live in isolation, away from the others. But when Goku arrived and fought against King Cold's soldiers, Hushu saw a different side of his son. He witnessed Soba fighting with the spirit of a true warrior, willing to give his life to protect the people. It was then, with the arrival of a scion like Goku, that Hushu finally realized who his son truly was. Through his final words, Hushu told him, "Thank you, my son. Never forget who you really are." Hearing this, Soba couldn't hold back his tears. He cried as he apologized to his father, saying he was sorry for all the mistakes he had made and for not living up to his father's expectations. Moments later, Hushu finally breathed his last, leaving this world behind. His death brought great sorrow to the entire planet of Yardrat. Even Goku, someone we know as carefree and lighthearted, felt deep sadness over the loss of one of the planet's masters. More than sadness, Goku felt disappointment in himself. Despite all his power, he couldn't do anything to stop the death of a dear friend. Although Hushu had passed away, his spirit and the teachings he left behind would continue to live on through his son, Soba. Meanwhile, in another place, Shima was shown making a difficult choice. He decided not to follow his master, King Cold, anymore. Instead, Shima returned to his original goal, fighting for what he believed in. He even eliminated some of King Cold's soldiers along the way. But while he was carrying out his mission, he learned a shocking piece of news: Frieza was still alive. Even so, Shima did not waver. He refused to be shaken by fear and chose to continue on his path. He was doing all this to repay the great debt of gratitude he owed to Goku. After that, Shima quickly departed once again. His destination? Planet Yardrat. He needed to warn Goku about Frieza's upcoming arrival on Earth. At the same time, the scene shifted to Frieza's spaceship, where he and his forces were already en route to planet Earth to carry out their grand plan. However, because of their current location in space, it would take them about 20 days before they could reach the planet. In that very moment, one of King Cold's men detected Shima's ship nearby. Furious, King Cold immediately threatened Shima, warning him that what he was doing could destroy the Empire and ruin their plans. But instead of being intimidated, Shima only laughed. His mocking laugh pushed King Cold into an even deeper rage. King Cold then spoke again, saying that he would finish this matter in a way Shima wouldn't like. But before that, he would first destroy the Saiyan. Cold wanted to stop their spaceship so he could personally go after Shima. However, Frieza disagreed. He told his father to leave Shima alone. Frieza said that he himself would take care of Goku by wiping out his friends, his family, and even his home. After a few more days, Shima was finally close to reaching Planet Yardrat. Meanwhile, Goku and Soba had just finished an intense training session and were discussing their improvements in battle. But suddenly, something unexpected happened. Someone arrived on Planet Yardrat. Both Goku and Soba were shocked. Goku quickly sensed the key of the newcomer and realized it was Shima. Confused, he wondered why Shima had returned to Yardrat. Without wasting time, Goku and Soba rushed to his location to confront him. Shima himself was surprised to see them arrive so quickly, but he immediately spoke up. He was no longer their enemy. He explained that he had something important to tell Goku. Frieza and King Cold were on their way to Earth. The news stunned Goku. Meanwhile, Soba asked Goku, "Are you sure you finished off Frieza?" Goku himself added, "That's impossible. I know I destroyed him. Even if he somehow survived my final attack, he should have been completely erased when Planet Namek exploded." But Shima insisted it was true. Frieza was alive. He explained that Frieza and King Cold would reach Earth in about 15 days. That meant Goku needed to head back right away if he wanted to save his planet. Shima then added that he would stay behind with Soba to help protect Planet Yardrat in case King Cold's army attacked again. Hearing this, Goku turned to Soba. He explained that his friends were in grave danger, so he needed a spaceship immediately. Soba agreed, and they went to the Yardrat base to prepare one. He even programmed the ship's course directly to Earth. But before Goku departed, Soba became emotional. He thanked Goku for everything he had done for their planet and expressed his hope that Goku would once again defeat those evil beings. He told him that their future now rested in his hands. Shima too expressed his desire for Goku to defeat Frieza, knowing how much of a threat Frieza truly was. And with that, Goku finally departed from Planet Yardrat, heading straight toward Earth. Days later, Frieza and King Cold's spaceship drew close to Earth. Frieza declared with cold fury, "This time, Goku will taste my true evil." King Cold then asked, "So this is planet Earth? We could destroy it easily without even landing." But Frieza smirked. He didn't want an easy victory. He wanted Goku to suffer. He wanted Goku to see the corpses of his friends before he finally destroyed him. The scene then shifted back to Goku, who was still inside his spaceship. He was still far from Earth, while Frieza's ship was already nearing the planet. Goku needed about 3 more hours of travel before he could arrive, but Frieza was already moments away. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the Z warriors suddenly sensed Frieza's terrifying ki. All of them were shocked beyond belief, and in just a few minutes, Frieza's spaceship landed successfully on Earth. Frieza stepped out, looking around and said, "So this is Earth? Not such a bad planet after all." King Cold followed, noting that they had around 3 hours before the Super Saiyan would arrive. He asked Frieza if he wanted to wait. Frieza grinned and replied, "Of course, while we wait for Goku, I'll torture his friends one by one.